York State Senator. For the 33rd Senate District, Vice Chairman of the New York State Senate, the first Latino in the history of New York State to hold that position, my father, your friend, Pedro Espada, Jr.
Muchísimas gracias. Thank you so very much. You've been so kind and so patient. Muchísimas gracias, pueblo. Gracias, familia. Gracias, comunidad. Thank Almighty God for the friends and family and community that's here today. Thank you so very much. I'll just say a few words. I want to because we don't get this opportunity, and I've learned now that I'm 55. I've been married to my wife, Carmine, for 35 years. I have 9 grandchildren. My beautiful, beautiful family sustains me all the time. I want to share with you and acknowledge my mother. Angelita is her name. I owe everything that I know about love, warmth, and compassion to my mother. I owe everything that I know about being courageous, bold, to my father. My father taught me so very much. My father taught me that even if I was scared, that I should not be ashamed of being scared. But I should always be ashamed if I didn't fight back. So I always fight and I always fight back. It's in my DNA. That's who I am, and that's who I'll continue to be. I want to thank my colleagues in government. I want to thank Reverend clergy, all of you, for being here tonight, and many others that couldn't make it. Thank you for your prayers. I want to thank my 3 amigos, or my 2 amigos. God bless you. Thank you for that coalition, and thank you for that strength you provided, and will continue to provide. You know, yes, indeed, the governor spoke about the perilous state of our economy yesterday in the State of the State. Many assignments were giving out, but I often think about the people who sent me there. It's you. I think about all of you, los Dominicanos, los Puertorriqueños, all of you from Europe, Asia, the Caribbean, Africa. You come to this country, to this Bronx, to this New York State. You've embraced the American dream. And of course, we must celebrate the ascension of the first African-American president of the United States of America. Come on. That is indeed historic. My own ascension in the State Senate is historic, and thank you very much, voters. You energize me in so many different ways. But the truth is that while we hear about economic crisis, all of you, from wherever we come from, we understand that here in the Bronx, joblessness is something we know all too well about. We are the highest unemployed county in New York State. We lead in the area of joblessness. And so it didn't take a meltdown on Wall Street or the biggest economic crisis since the Depression. For those of you that come from far away, from those of you that have grown up in our communities here in the Bronx, to understand economic crisis. We know that all too well, because what America systemically is experiencing now is a condition that has defined our daily lives. And so one of the major accomplishments in this legislative session has been the designation of my being in charge of a Bronx Economic Task Force, a Bronx Economic Development Task Force that will coordinate federal aid from the Obama presidential administration, from the Patterson gubernatorial administration, from the mayor, and from all elected officials, from the Assembly delegation, the Senate delegation, on to state government. We will, Lorraine, we will work in a coordinated way to once and for all lift the label that the Bronx has lived with for far too long as the poorest county in the state in America. We want to do away with it. Unfortunately, many of the initial steps in this economic crisis have been missteps. We cannot, in the name of economic revitalization, hand out our tax dollars to the very same people that are responsible for the crisis right now. And so please count on all of us, myself, my colleagues, the highest levels of people in government, and certainly in this new, hopeful presidential administration, that when we talk about economic stimulus, when we talk about re-energizing our lives with hope, that we're talking about an investment in affordable housing, that we're talking about uplifting our children with tuition aid in the temples of higher education, like here at Lehman College, Bronx Community College, Ostos, Boricua College, all of CUNY, all of SUNY. That isn't a real investment. That's what we will do this legislative season in the years to come. You know, there is no secret that when Wall Street gets the flu, we get pneumonia. But the truth is now that we, in this district, we as poor working class people can really teach government how to survive this, because we have shown day in and day out, as the young marvelous talent here before said, we are survivors. We know how to overcome. And we also know that we are duty-bound, absolutely duty-bound, to teach our children how to do the same thing. But we need government like never, ever before. We need a responsible government that will invest in these very same children, in my grandchildren, in your grandchildren, so that they can live to attach their destinies to the American dream. I am so very proud of you. I owe you so very much. And I will take your prayers, and I will take this designation as senator and everything that has come with it everywhere I go. Muchísimas gracias, con mucho amor y respeto. Gracias por la oportunidad. Thank you for the opportunity. God bless you all. Thank you so very much.
And now,